All right, today we're diving into something that is quietly, invisibly shaping pretty much everything about our lives. Our thoughts, our daily habits, you name it. We are talking about the attention economy.
I mean, seriously, does your brain ever just feel like a battlefield? You've got your phone buzzing over here, an email popping up over there, some headline literally screaming for you to click it. It feels like a constant war for your focus, right? And your mind is just stuck right in the middle of it all.
Well, here's the thing. That feeling, it's not an accident at all. It is absolutely by design. See, we're living in what's called the attention economy. It's a system where your focus isn't just, a state of mind. No, it's treated as a limited, incredibly valuable resource that tons of companies are fighting to capture.
So let's break down how our attention basically became the new currency. Because in today's world, it's simple. Where your focus goes, that's where the money and the power are going to follow.
And the core idea here is actually really simple, but it's also kind of profound. The author Matthew Crawford put it perfectly. You only have so much attention. It's a finite resource. Every single day, once you spend it, it's gone. And that scarcity, that is exactly what makes your focus so incredibly valuable.
Okay, so let's rewind a little bit and see where this whole idea even came from. Because you might think this is a new 21st century problem, right? But it's not. In fact, one economist saw this coming over 50 years ago.
This really gets to the heart of the problem. Way back in 1971, a Nobel laureate named Herbert A. Simon totally called it. He predicted that the big challenge in the future wouldn't be finding information, but trying to filter it. He said that information literally consumes our attention. So it just makes sense, right? A wealth of one thing, information, creates a poverty of the other.
I mean, this just shows what a complete 180 we've done. For almost all of human history, information was the rare thing. Now, we have the exact opposite problem. We're drowning in a tsunami of information, with nowhere near enough attention to handle it all.
And this all leads to a really big question about the price of free, right? I mean, so many of the platforms we use every day, social media, search engines, news sites, they don't cost us a dime. But if we're not paying with our wallets, what's the real cost?
So, in economics, there's this term for unintended harmful side effects. It's called negative externalities. And believe me, the attention economy has created some absolutely massive ones. Just think about it for a second. Platforms designed to keep you glued to the screen have led to things like social media addiction. They've made it profitable to spread all kinds of disinformation, and they've created this whole industry built around collecting and selling our data.
So, how exactly do they keep us hooked like this? Well, they tap directly into our brain chemistry. It's all about something called the dopamine feedback loop. Every time you get a like or see some new, exciting piece of content, your brain releases a little bit of dopamine. That's that feel-good chemical. And that feeling creates a loop that just makes you want to keep scrolling, keep checking, and keep coming back for more.
And all of this leads to a concept called surveillance capitalism. See, as you're scrolling, these platforms are collecting huge amounts of your personal data. What you like, where you go, even your habits. Now sure, this data is used to give you a personalized experience that keeps you engaged. But here's the kicker. That data is also the real product. It's what's being sold to advertisers.
Okay, so if the content itself is basically free and endlessly copyable, what actually becomes valuable? How do these companies make any real money?
I mean, this is the key question of our digital age, isn't it? When you can copy and paste pretty much anything with a single click, what's left that has any real, tangible value? What are these free companies really selling us?
Well, the value shifts to the things that you can't just copy and paste. Intangibles. Things like immediacy, that feeling of getting it first. Or personalization, an experience that's tailored just for you. Then there's authenticity, knowing you've got the real deal, not a knockoff. And maybe the biggest one of all, findability. Seriously, in a world with billions of choices, just being able to be found in that sea of content is unbelievably valuable.
So after all this, what's the big takeaway? How can we start spending our attention more wisely? Well, it all starts with just recognizing the power that you actually hold.
Because here's the bottom line. It's not your time, and it's not even your money. In the 21st century, your single most valuable and most limited resource is your focused attention. And every single moment you decide to give it away, you are making an economic choice, whether you realize it or not. And that really brings us to the final and most important question. Look, this system isn't going anywhere. But now you know the rules of the game. You understand the true value of your own focus. So the choice is yours.
and only yours. How are you going to spend it?